First of all, I'm going to show you the main house. Off the drive there is a sweeping staircase that goes up to the veranda. Looking out onto the driveway. Up to the main gate. That's the tennis court. And out towards the countryside. We'll get a better view of that in a minute. This is the veranda. A nice shady space where you can sit out of the sun in the summer. These 4 trees are all orange trees. Seville orange for marmalade and others for juicing. Through these archways you can see different aspects of the garden. There's the pool beyond. I'll show you inside now. This is the main entranceway or hallway. Beautifully tiled. Nice space for your coats. Over to the right here we have a kitchen. Ample working space, cupboards. Gas hob. Large sink. Across the hallway is the lounge. Good quality air conditioning. And even with the curtains closed, this is a nice bright room to be in. Across the hallway we come to a secure door which takes you out onto the roof terrace via a short metal ladder. This is a nice wide roof terrace where you can sit in the sun, although it does get quite warm out here. Looking down here onto an orange tree. And jacaranda trees. And a very old fig tree. Further out, you have uninterrupted views of the countryside. Lovely and peaceful. Absolutely no traffic at the moment. Every year there are crops grown in these fields. This year it was wheat, which has just been harvested, and that's why it looks a little bit brown. And on other years the farmer grows sunflowers for sunflower oil. Looking out now onto the pool. Beautiful vista. To the patio area and the lawns. Okay, so back down the steps. Go up the stairs. There's 2 short flights of stairs. First of all to the lower landing window. And up the second steps. These are marble steps, by the way, so they're dead easy to keep clean. And the upper landing, which looks out once again onto the roof terrace where we've just been and looking towards the countryside. It might seem a little remote, but there's a road, if you can see that in the distance there, that takes you straight up to the motorway, which goes from Seville to Cordoba all the way. Here's a bathroom. Tiled with Seville tiles. Spanish style, nice and thick. And so the floor is tiled and the tiling goes all the way up to the ceiling. So it's a bath with a shower above. There is a bidet, sink with cabinet, and a mirrored cabinet above. Two more rooms upstairs here. First is a single room. Still quite amply spaced. Plenty of room for a bed, wardrobe, desk, storage. And sufficient plug sockets for all technology and equipment. When we go into the master bedroom, which is a lovely big room with 2 doors, both which go out onto the balcony. Maybe you can get some idea of the size of this if I go into the corner here. Both bedrooms, incidentally, up here have got air conditioning. And what we'll do is we'll go out this door and I can show you the balcony. So looking out here, you can see the whole of the pool, those majestic high palm trees. And several lawned areas. It's quite a big balcony because it covers both bedrooms and the bathroom as well, so it goes the full length of the house. Useful storage room there. Looking out onto the driveway and some beautiful bougainvillea bushes. And there's a big jacaranda tree there, the ones that grow the mauve flowers. That's still in flower, and it flowers twice a year, so there's nearly always some flowers. And that's what the name of the house is, Casa Jacaranda, or Jacaranda. Down onto the driveway here. Tennis court again. And out towards the countryside. I'm going to show you the extension, which is situated behind the house. It has its own entrance. We chose to have a stable door because it's nice to have just one part of the door open, or you can have both. Two windows onto the front of the house. This is a nice little reception area, nice place to sit, and has a real fire for those cold winter evenings. Room for a nice large dining table. Tiled floor throughout. And a nice big kitchen. Plenty of work surface. Looking back towards the other side of the room, you can see that it's a very long room, plenty of space. Off through this archway A very useful space. Pantry, somewhere cool to keep food. Plenty of room for gadgets. Nice high ceiling. Window out onto the lower garden. Coming back through the kitchen area. There's a useful bathroom. Shower cubicle, bidet, toilet, vanity with mirror. A metal window this time for security. Grey house. Nicely tiled throughout. And what I think is one of the main features of the house, the bodega. Down a short flight of stairs, just 3 steps, nice shallow ones, and a massive tiled area. I don't know if you can appreciate the size of it from here, but we use this as a seating area at present. Off to the side here, we have a large guest room. This room is actually lovely for guests or for family members because it has a view of the pool out of the window and it remains cool in the summer. The second guest room, unfortunately we're using it as a storage room at the moment, so it's not as it should look. But it is actually configured to have 2 twin beds. It's got all lighting. Set up, as you can see, 2 beds there. And even though it's a semi-sotteno, which means it's semi below ground, there is natural light in here. It's nice for children when the parents want the child to be safe. No dangling out of windows. This area here, at the moment, we are using as an office area. Really nice and spacious. Also a gym area. A small but useful room, which we obviously use as a tool room. And this door. the dressing room. Nice high ceilings again, useful for putting your cases or boxes that you want out of the way. Give you a different view of the room, to give you some idea of the size aspect. Because of this pillar, there's also space behind the door. The one thing about this bodega area is that it remains cool in the summer, which is so very useful. And actually it remains consistent throughout the year, so it's warm in the winter. Back upstairs again. The next video I'll show you will be of the garden. Okay, we're going out into the garden now. Nice lawned area. Somewhere to sit. Rose bushes to your left. This tree is beautiful. This is a silk tree. It's just about finished flowering now, but it really is beautiful in the summer. This quirky tree is a loquat, called a nispero in Spanish. There's a pedestrian gate out onto the road here. Lots of orange trees. Seville orange for marmalade and juicing oranges as well. This is a bay tree. Coming this way. You'll notice that all around the garden there is a tall hedge which offers a lot of privacy. The whole garden's private because there's a wall behind it, and then there's the easily maintainable ivy hedge there as well. So lots of lawn, roses, and another younger silk tree here. I planted this one from seed, so it's still a baby. Doing very well. Here you get the full view of the garden from this angle. A gazebo area for your chairs, sunbeds. There's the house in the background there. We use sprinklers on the lawns to keep them nice and green. It's worked very well this year. And in my opinion, the best thing about the house, it's a lovely pool. It's a very big pool. This is another bottle brush here. The bigger one is on the other side of the pool, and that really is a magnificent one. It flowers twice a year, absolutely covered in red flowers. It's very beautiful. So this is all tiled down here, so wherever you want to sit, there's always somewhere to put your chair. This is a grapefruit tree, still quite young. And then we have 4 orange trees in a row here. This one's a lime tree, an olive. And the one at the bottom here is a yellow plum. From here you can look down upon the lower garden, which stretches the whole length of the house. It's a very useful area for planting vegetables, keeping pets. That's a black fig tree. That's an almond. And just beyond the hedge at the bottom there, you've got the views of the countryside again. So you're not overlooked at all there, or anywhere for that matter. This is the pool from the other side, so you've got the 2 lions. This is a lanterna in Spanish colours, red and orange and yellow. And this, over the archway and over the railing, is grape. They're little small seeded grapes, but very, very nice. So that's one of the ways down to the lower garden, set of steps. There are 3 ways in total. One of them's got a ramp in case you've got a wheelbarrow. This is the extension from the other side, so you'll see a little house there. That's useful for keeping colour gas cylinders. Plenty of room here under the shade of the lemon tree for dining. Pomegranate there, and 3 more orange trees. That's another olive. And there's a very, very old fig tree. These are green figs this time, sometimes called white figs. And the shed, a very useful space for tools, machinery, that sort of thing. You an idea of the perspective of the house. That's the roof terrace, which which looks out over the countryside. And back towards the lawn where we started. Another last look at the pool, which is spectacular.